Hello everybody, welcome to Totally Tabled. My name is Shaggy, and today I'm doing a full solo playthrough of It's a Wonderful World. When you play this multiplayer, it uses a mechanism known as closed drafting. If you've ever played Seven Wonders, it's a little bit like that, where you have a hand of cards, you're gonna draw one card and then pass it. Then you'll take the hand that you were passed, draw one card from that, and pass it again, and keep doing that until you've drafted a complete hand of cards. Now, of course, that's not going to work when you're playing solo, so instead, we set up by having these 8 piles, each with 5 cards. This is going to replace that closed drafting. You just want to take the rest of the shuffled deck and put it off to the side. We may be drawing from that. You can either choose or pick at random one of the 5 starting empires. And you can play with either the A or the B side. I'm playing with the B side for this tutorial. And there we go, that's it. That's setup done. Now, don't worry if you don't know how to play, because I'm going to explain the rules as we go, just like I always do. So let's just dive in. The first thing you want to do is just grab one of these piles. This is going to be our starting hand of cards. The first thing we can do with one of these cards is play it to our construction area. And that's exactly what I want to do with this card right here, this industrial complex. By playing it to the construction area, it means that I want to construct the card. And to do that, we have to put these resources onto it. In this case, we're going to need 3 materials, which are those gray resources, and 1 energy, which is the black resource. And luckily for us, once we get to our production phase, we're going to produce 2 materials and 1 energy, as well as 1 green science. So we're just going to be 1 material away from constructing this industrial complex. So with that in mind, I'm going to do the second thing that you can do with one of these cards. I'm going to recycle this tank division. When you recycle a card, you get rid of it, you put it in the discard pile, but you get whatever is shown here. So when I recycle this tank division, I'm going to get 1 material. So I just grab one from the supply. And now I can place this onto one of the cards that are in my construction area. So I'll just put it right there. I could have also placed that onto my Empire card. I'll explain what happens to cubes on your Empire card in just a little bit. And now for each of these remaining cards, I need to decide whether I want to put it in the construction area or recycle it. I think I'm going to place the supercomputers into the construction area. And then I'm going to do something that you can only do in the solo game. I'm going to discard 2 cards in order to be able to draw 5 off the top of the deck and pick 1 to keep. Ooh, okay. So I got a bunch of options here. Wow. Now what I want to do is look at the cards in my construction area, and once we've constructed, say, the industrial complex, this is going to get added to our production. And so we're going to be producing an extra material and an extra gold. And when we finish construction on the supercomputer, we'll then have an extra production of science. So getting this cryopreservation might be good to use all that science. Or this secret laboratory would be great too, because it would produce extra science. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll take this secret laboratory. The rest of these just get discarded. And now I could either build this or recycle it. I'm going to go ahead and build it here, putting it in the construction area. And there we go. I've used all of the 5 cards from that pile. That's the end of a sequence. After your first sequence, you just go ahead and do a second sequence. So we're going to grab from that pile, and we're going to do the same thing with these 5 cards. Now, once we finish our second sequence, something else is going to happen. So I'll show you that when we get there. Let's see what we got. Well, it seems like we're going hard in science here. We're going to be producing a lot of science, and this secret laboratory, once it's built, is going to give us a point for every science that we build at the end of the game. So I think we want to try to build as much science as possible. Let's go ahead and construct that one. We have another industrial complex here. I'm not sure we're going to need that. I don't mind this military base, though. Let's build that as well. I think I want to recycle the industrial complex for the gold. We'll just put that on our secret laboratory for now. Now we have these two cards. I'm not particularly intrigued by either of them, nor do I really care for their recycle benefits, so let's go ahead and discard these to draw 5. And we'll just pick our favorite one here. As much as I'm tempted by this giant tower, I think I want either nuclear plant or wind turbines. Yeah, let's maybe just go for wind turbines. And we'll construct that. And there we go. We're completely done. We finished our second sequence. So that means we're done with that planning phase, and we're going to move on to the production phase. During the production phase, we are going to produce our goods that are shown here on our cards in our empire area, but we're going to get them in order from left to right, starting with materials. You can see here we're producing 2 materials, and then we can place these on any of our cards or onto our empire card. But we really want to try to complete this industrial complex. That was our plan, so we're just going to put them on there. Now keep in mind, in the solo game, if you are ever producing 5 or more of a particular type of resource, then you're going to get a supremacy bonus. And those are shown above the piles of goods. So if we had been producing 5 or more materials, then we would have gotten one of these blue financier tokens. If you're ever producing 5 or more energy, you'll get one of these commander tokens. Each of those are worth a point at the end of the game, and there's also cards that will give you additional points for them, or even allow you to spend those in order to build the cards. But for right now, we're not getting any of the supremacy bonuses, so we can ignore that. And we can just move right on to the next resource here, the energy resource, of which we're producing 1. And that is the last ingredient to complete our industrial complex. So as soon as we have all the goods that it needs, we can clear it off and add it to our empire. And as you can see right here, we're getting a building bonus. This is a one-time little bonus you get as soon as you complete the card. And that's just giving us a financier token, which we can just place right here. And now you can see our production has increased. We're now going to be producing 3 materials each round. But as you can see, we have already gone past the material phase. So we're not going to get that extra material until the next round. We're done with that. We can move on to science. We're producing 1. And we're just going to throw it onto our supercomputer. Now we move on to gold, and look at that. Because we built our industrial complex, we're now getting a gold production. So you can see the order that you build these things in matters. We'll just add that to our secret laboratory. And then the blue resource here, that's known as exploration. We are not producing any of that, so we will just skip over that. And there we go. We've reached the end of the line. That's the production phase over. And that's the end of the first round. We're just going to repeat that process, doing 2 sequences during the planning phase, then doing a production, and keep doing that until we run out of piles. Okay, let's move on to round 2. Okay, let's see what we get. Wow, all right. No science cards here. That is unfortunate. Now, one thing I really want to accomplish is get this secret laboratory built, because I really want this 2 science production. The problem is that extra gold that we need, that we produce, will happen after our science production. So I think I want to go ahead and dump this World Congress for the gold. We do the recycling, get the gold right away. Boom. Now we just need 2 materials, and we'll be able to construct that before we get to the science phase, so we'll get those 2 sciences right away. Excellent. Man, I must admit, I don't love any of these cards. I wonder if we just want to get these recycled. If we just recycled all of these, we could get the military base out right away. Like right now. That would be interesting. Although we could take advantage of the offshore oil rig. Yeah, you know what? Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy. We're going to recycle all 4 of these. So we're going to be getting 3 materials and 1 energy, which is exactly what we need for this military base. So we're just going to automatically build that. It's going to come into our production right away. Our bonus is one of these commander tokens. These were all recycled. And now when we go into the production phase, we'll be producing 4 of those materials, which will be exactly what we need to complete our secret laboratory and our wind turbines. So that's fantastic. Sequence 2. Whoa, okay. Still no science. That's bad. I think we're going to have to draw to try to get some science. We really want those science cards because we're going to be getting a point for each one of them. Well, we haven't gone into blue, so this Fountain of Youth is not going to happen. And we're not interested in this tank division either, so we're going to discard both of these to draw 5 and pick 1 to keep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's not get them mixed up with our actual cards here. Okay, once again, we're not interested in Atlantis. This we could be interested in, though, couldn't we? Research Center, more green. But this quantum generator, this is what we were looking for. A green card. Unfortunately, it's not worth a whole lot. I don't know how many of these black cards we're actually going to be making, so I don't know that 1 point per black card, like the Zeppelin, I don't think that's going to be really valuable. I almost think this Casino City or this research center is probably what we want. Just get more green, just crazy green production, and hope that some green comes out. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll keep this, and we're going to build that. And by build, I mean put it into the construction area. Okay, what are we going to do with these? I might do the same thing. I might discard 2 and draw. Because if we recycle these, we're just getting blue cubes, and we can't put those anywhere. Now, like I said, you can put those cubes onto your Empire card, and if you get 5 cubes onto your Empire card of any type, it doesn't matter what type, and it can be a combination of them, but just 5 of anything, you can turn those in for one of these red crystallium, I believe it's called. It's essentially a wild resource. You can see we'll also be getting one as a building bonus once we complete our secret laboratory. There's also some cards that require them in order to build the cards, some really powerful cards, but for the most part, you're just going to use them as a wild any resource. I think we're better off discarding these 2, searching some more, trying to get something that will help us. Okay, here we go. Virtual reality, like the looks of that. Okay, Secret Society isn't bad. Would give us a point for every one of these financier tokens. But I really like virtual reality, so we're going to take that. And we're going to put that in the construction area as well. And, boy, I think honestly we'll build this as well. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, there we go. Our construction area is getting a little full. We're going to move on to production. Start with minerals, and we have 4 of them. Now, I definitely want to put 2 onto our secret laboratory. So that is complete. We get a building bonus of one of these crystalliums. And you can see we'll be earning a point at the end of the game for every green one of these cards that we construct. And we have 2 more of these left, and I just wanted to put these onto the wind turbines, I think. Yeah. So boom, wind turbines, those are constructed. No building bonus, but we'll get an extra energy now. And just in time, because now we go to the energy phase, and we've got 2. And we have 2 spots on our cards. So let's just go ahead and place those on. It's almost always better to put the cubes onto your cards in your construction area if you can, rather than onto your empire. Onto science, 4 science production. That's pretty good. And we can place this whenever we want. And actually, if we were to use this, we could complete virtual reality. That would give us an extra yellow, but we actually don't have anywhere to put yellow gold at the moment. So let's instead put this onto our supercomputer. That needed 3 more. So that's now done. And we'll just plop this one onto this. There we go. I'm going to hold on to this for now. We get 1 gold, and since there's nowhere to place it on the cards, we're just going to put it onto our empire. And we don't have any blue, so there we go. Production's done. End of round 2. Let's move on to round 3. Not going to lie, I'm a bit concerned about our lack of points. We need to figure out a way to score some points. And boy, these cards aren't really going to do it. Going hard on science, and this will help us go even harder on science. Whew, boy. These are terrible. Well, I think we're definitely going to construct that. And the Mega Bomb as well. Let's go ahead and discard these 2. Come on, give us something good. Ooh. Well, I'm not sure I like any of this. We are producing some yellow. This would help us produce more yellow. We've completely ignored blue, so that's not going to help. This just gives us more green, but right now we don't have a lot of places to put it. Okay, let's keep the propaganda center. I might just want to discard these 2 and look again, but maybe not. Let's recycle the wind turbine for a little energy. And we'll construct the propaganda center. Not good. This is not looking good. Come on. Oh, this is not what we want. No, this is garbage. No, these 2 are garbage. Here, let's discard. Oh man, where is the science? Oh, but look at this. Okay. This is what we needed. 3 points for every science. That's going to be huge for us, so we definitely want to keep that. And we're going to build that. Running out of room here. Honestly, I'm going to recycle these. Oh man, it's a shame that we can't get this done so that we could get a little extra. I could use this to do it. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to recycle both of those to get 2 gold. And then we'll use this as a wild for the 3rd gold to get our propaganda center done. Gonna get another commander token. I don't really want to build this, so let's just recycle it. There we go, on to the production phase. Okay, still 4 materials. And I think we want the green cubes. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. That gets our research center. Okay, wonderful. And that can just go here. We have 2 energy. And nowhere to put it, so it's all going to go onto our Empire card. That's 3 on the Empire card, not bad. And here we go. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 science, which means we get the supremacy bonus. We're over 5. And for science, we get to choose whether we want a financier or a commander. I want a financier. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We definitely want virtual reality, I think. So that's 4. That's going to give us a bunch of gold. We're not in a rush for the Mega Bomb, are we? No. Let's just get neuroscience. Boom. Done. Okay, now gold. 1. And then a gold for every gold building. So that's 2, 3. And then a gold for every science building. 4, 5, 6. 6 gold. That's a supremacy bonus. Financier. And we can put 3 there. And these other 3 go onto our card. There we go. We have 6 on here now, so we can get rid of 5. Get a crystallium. And now to finish this one, we just need to spend 2 financiers, which is a shame. We're spending 2 points, but that completes the card. And now at the end of the game, every one of our green buildings is going to be worth 4 points. So right now we have 12 points in green buildings. We have 2 more green. Okay, that's going to be good, I think. No blue. We're done. Time for the last round. Okay, we're going to be producing so much science and gold. Let's really hope we get something. Some gold, but no science. But another secret laboratory, which will make our science buildings worth even more. We gotta do that. Once again, it'd be nice to do this before we get to the green. Honestly, don't care about either of those 2. Come on, science. There we go. I see some science. I mean, going to a parallel dimension would be cool and all, but we have these robot assistants. They're kind of cool as well. Let's do that. Oh, no, wait. Oh my god. If we could do this... There's no way. How would we get 4 blue? We've been ignoring blue this whole time. But that would be amazing. Oh, wow. It'd be so many points, but can we even do that? Oh man, I'm tempted by the parallel dimension. This happens all the time. With this tank division, we could get a blue. I think it's possible. Let's go for it. We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. Oh my gosh, how do we figure this out? How do we do this? Okay, we have one of these. If we complete this, we have another one. We could potentially get another one with 4 more on here. That would be 3. And we might be able to complete this tank division. That would be 1. So if we play this... And then let's discard this for the material. Let's put the material on here, because we could get another material, and then we get that extra material. Okay, we're going to make this happen. I might have gotten too ambitious. Oh my goodness, time travel. Okay. Okay, we got to do this. And look at that. If we can get the parallel dimension, that's 3 of these crystalliums, which then can go on the time travel. Woo! Okay. And if we recycle these 3, that's the 3 we need there. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, it's coming together. And we can recycle that for the blue. Oh my goodness. I think it's happening. We're going to get these 3 gold. All right. I haven't quite done the math yet, but I think we can make this happen. Let's find out. I hope you're as excited as I am. Production phase. I believe we're getting 4 of these still, right? Yeah. 1, 2. Secret lab is done. Getting a crystallium as a building bonus. Very nice. And we're going to put 1 here on the industrial complex. Get a financier. And then 1 here on the tank division. 2 energy. Boom, boom. Tank division is done. Get a commander, unsurprisingly. Okay, now science. How much science are we getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Amazing. Let's go ahead and get a financier for our supremacy. Let's just start putting them on. 3 on the parallel dimension. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2 on the mega bomb. I think we can just put these on here because I think we can complete everything. And we've actually already completed this. Two commanders. Now we go to yellow. Like I said, we're getting 9 gold. That's a supremacy. Another financier. And I'm not going to do it, but it's all going onto this card because there's nothing here that it can go onto. So it's all going here, and that's going to give us 2 crystallium with this one. There we go. With all this crystallium, well, actually, we only need 2, right? Because we're getting 1 blue. And we're going to have to use a commander here to get to the parallel dimension. We're producing 1 blue. It goes here. That's the parallel dimension done. As a building bonus, we get 3 crystallium, which we're going to put right onto time travel. Time travel's now done. We found that parallel dimension, which, of course, leads to time travel. That does make sense. And here we go. We have exactly enough crystallium to finish super sonar. So there we go. We got everything built, amazingly. No resources left over. We absolutely nailed it there at the end. I'm so excited to see what our score is. Okay, the game comes with a little score pad here. The first thing we're going to do is add up our gross points. Just the points that we get on the cards that don't depend on anything else. Looks like we have 1 plus 15, so 16, 19, 20, 22, 23. Now we're going to go through each card type and see how many points we're getting for each version of that card. So you can see here, we're getting 1 point for every one of our black cards, and we have 1, so that's 1 point. And now we have our green science cards. This is where we're going to get it big, because we're getting 1, 4, 5, 7 points for every single one of our green cards. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 7 times 6 is 42. Amazing. Wait a minute, I added that up all wrong. 1, 4, 5 8. 8 times 6. 48 points. Even better. And it looks like we're getting zeros across the board for everything else. And now we're going to be getting a point for each financier and a point for each commander. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You add all that up, and you get 80 points. And then we just consult the back of the book here, where it shows the solo mode rules. And down here, you can see 80 plus points. That is an emperor level. Generations of subjects will cower at your name for centuries to come. I like the sound of that. Well, there you have it. That is a complete solo game of It's a Wonderful World. Keep in mind that the base game comes with these solo scenarios that you can play. 6 of them, where you basically start with certain things in your construction area, and then you have to finish those by the end of the game. Those offer up a fun little twist on the solo game. Anyway, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.